The information shared on the Self-Care with Gene Edelman podcast, including the Kitchen with Gene series, is intended for informational and educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Please consult your doctor or qualified healthcare professional before beginning any diet or nutrition plan to ensure it is appropriate for your individual health needs and circumstances.
Hi, I'm Gene Edelman. For decades, I've been a student of the healing arts: Reiki, traditional Chinese medicine, homeopathy, acupuncture, plant-based, and macrobiotic cooking. Join me on this journey and hear my thoughts of the week. Welcome back to the Kitchen with Gene. I'm so glad you're here. I wanted to share that when I started my macrobiotic learning, getting away from sugar was super important. And I had fun learning and trying all the alternatives. Today, I wanted to share and talk about something that is small and that can create a surprisingly big shift in how we feel every day: reducing refined sugar and using whole foods like dates to satisfy sweetness in a more nourishing way. Oh, before anyone panics, this isn't about perfection, and it's not about never eating dessert again. It's not about guilt, and it's not about labeling foods as good or bad. It's about understanding what happens in the body when we rely heavily on refined sugar, and how simple swaps can support steadier energy, better digestion, and even our mood. So let's start with these delicious dates. Dates are one of the oldest cultivated fruits in the world, and honestly, they're kind of magical in the kitchen. They're naturally sweet, they're soft, some of them taste like caramel, they're rich and satisfying. Unlike refined sugar, dates come packaged with fiber, minerals, and antioxidants. And that fiber really matters, because when we eat straight refined sugar, especially on an empty stomach, it hits the bloodstream quickly. You get that spike of energy and then you crash. We get fatigue, we get cravings, we get brain fog, and we want another snack in an hour. Dates, dear friend, they digest differently because the fiber slows the absorption. They also contain nutrients like potassium, magnesium, which support muscle function. They support hydration, and they support our nervous system being in balance. 1 or 2 dates paired with nuts, nut butter, can actually become a really stabilizing snack in our day. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture of reducing sugar in our everyday life. Don't get scared. I know a lot of us, we grew up with sugar hidden everywhere. The sugar's in our coffee, the coffee drinks, the granola bars, the salad dressings, the tomato sauce, the bread, the yogurt, all the sauces. There's sugar everywhere. You have to read the labels. Sometimes we're consuming sweetness all day long without realizing how adapted our taste buds have become to the sugar. And something interesting will happen when we slowly reduce that refined sugar. Our taste buds are going to change. Fruit starts tasting sweeter. Carrots are sweeter. Oats are sweeter. Our palate is recalibrating. Not overnight, but it's gradual. Dear friends, it took me 5 years to get Rick off of sugar, but he's done it. And when he does get sugar, he absolutely feels it. So if you can know the difference, notice the difference, a little sugar here or there, but not consuming it every day, it makes a big difference. One of the gentlest ways to begin is not by removing foods, but by adding nourishment. More protein, more fiber, more healthy fats, more whole foods. Because intense sugar cravings are often amplified by undereating. So we don't want to starve ourselves. Our sugar cravings are amplified by stress, exhaustion, and these blood sugar swings. So instead of approaching this from restriction, let's try approaching it from support. For example, instead of ice cream every night, maybe some evenings become Greek yogurt with chopped dates and cinnamon. Instead of sugary cereal, maybe oatmeal with almond butter and dates. Instead of the afternoon candy crash, maybe a smoothie with some banana, cocoa, dates, and walnuts. You're still getting sweetness, but you're also getting nourishment. And honestly, that changes everything. Now, let's be real for a moment. Sugar is emotional too. It's about celebration, comfort, it's in our memory, it is a stress relief. So if we're going to change our habits, compassion matters. Shaming ourselves usually creates more cycles of restriction and binging. We don't want to do that. But curiosity creates awareness. We want to start noticing, how do we feel after certain foods? We want to notice how we're physically feeling. Do we feel energized? Are we feeling foggy, satisfied? Are we still hungry? Do we feel calm? Do we feel jittery? Our body is beautiful. It's constantly giving us feedback all the time. We just need to be listening. One thing I love about dates specifically is that they help bridge the gap for people transitioning away from ultra-processed sweets. As I shared, we can blend them into smoothies, we can make energy bites, we can use them in baking, stuff them with some peanut butter, add them to our grain bowls, even blend them into a dressing for a natural sweetness. They're incredibly versatile. And if you go to the store, there's so many different types. There's one, and I forget the name of it, but it tastes like caramel. So if you love caramel, try these dates. I will go look up the name and share it with you. But I'm going to share just really one simple recipe that I use very often is I'll just take 2 dates. I'll get a spoonful of almond butter or peanut butter or tahini, whatever you have in the cabinet, and dark chocolate melted over top. Put it in the freezer for 20 minutes. Oh, they taste like candy, but they're much more satisfying. And that satisfaction, that matters. Because when food is satisfying, cravings are often softened naturally. Healthy eating does not need to be punishing. It can feel grounding. It can be comforting. It's flavorful. It's joyful. We're doing something wonderful for our bodies, and we need to feel good about it. The goal isn't to fear sugar forever. The goal is to build a relationship with food that supports our energy, our mood, and our long-term health. So, small shifts, dear friend, tiny habits, one meal at a time. Dates are naturally sweet fruits, rich in fiber, minerals, and antioxidants. They're commonly used in plant-based cooking for sweetness, texture, and energy. So just for a quick recap, and then I have 3 wonderful recipes I'm going to share with you. Our wonderful dates are high in fiber. They're a natural energy source. They're rich in minerals of potassium, magnesium, copper, and manganese. These nutrients help support our muscles, our nerves, and our heart function. Dates also have antioxidant support, and these compounds help us protect our cells from stress. So, 3 recipes I'm going to share: a date and walnut energy ball, a chickpea date salad, and a creamy date banana smoothie. It's good. I've had it. So, this week, dear friends, let's play with dates. Let's pay attention to the sugar. Let's read the labels because sugar is everywhere. It's everywhere. I want to thank you for spending this time with me in the kitchen. I want you to take care of yourself, nourish yourself, and have patience, have compassion, small changes, and you'll notice how your taste buds change over time. Next week on Self-Care with Jean, we're taking a deeper dive into clairvoyance, our gift of clear seeing. I'm going to share simple, fun practices to help us strengthen our intuition and trust our inner visions. You won't want to miss this. Join me next week on Self-Care with Jean. Have a beautiful week. Try some nice sweets. Try that banana smoothie. You're going to love it. And see you soon in the kitchen.